walk around and wait for you to...
Welcome back, everyone, to Third Street Reactions. I'm Zach.
I'm James.
Shane.
Joy.
And we are back with True Detective, Season 4, Episode 6. Now, do you all remember what happened last time?
Yeah, man, it was probably the most emotional episode.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Jamie, you weren't here, but you watched it. We talked about it in the car as well. It's a hell of an episode to miss, wasn't it?
It was. I'm really mad at myself for not being here because
we were all mad, so.
Yeah. It was a powerful
There was
episode.
more space, though, so I was kind of glad.
There was more space, which is nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was a great episode, emotional episode. Probably my favorite episode so far.
Yeah, it was great. To me, Hank's song, that is such an awesome thing that the writer-director person wanted him to write the song and perform the song.
Mm-hmm. Because we looked that up after.
Yeah.
Yeah. I want to know who sang it, if it was an actual song.
Yeah.
And it turns out that he just performed.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny because, I guess I can tell it's him, but sometimes when people have a singing voice, it just sounds like so much
different.
Different than
Yeah, because he plays kind of like this dumbass hillbilly kind of thing.
Well, that's what Danvers said in this, though. He's not as dumb as he looks.
Yeah, I told you he's not
as dumb as he acts.
Yeah. He only looks stupid or something like that. But yeah, Pete, I think we could... I don't know if I would have done what he did, but he did, I think, the right thing. Like,
yeah, he did, given the moral kind of...
In terms of a split second...
Scales, there was tipping there.
Yeah, in terms of having a split second to make that decision.
Well, you look at what his dad said.
Yeah.
When he was there. You look at how he found the situation.
Yeah.
His dad had already killed Otis.
Yeah.
And, holding a gun on Danvers.
Yep.
So he made a gut instinct call, and unfortunately, that was a hard decision.
He had a tough episode. Pete did. I mean, his wife kicked him out of the house.
Killed his dad.
He's paying for it. Killed his dad.
At least you got to hear him sing.
Yeah.
Voice of an angel.
Voice of an angel. But that's a tough day. That's a tough day.
Yeah. And I think the hardest thing, and it's kind of like a really, I won't say like a very hard-nosed thing to do would be like, okay, you guys go because the snowstorm is coming.
Mm-hmm.
I will clean up the body, including my dad I just shot. I think that'd be just... That'd wreck me. Couldn't do it.
Awful.
Yeah.
And we might see a little bit of that.
Your dad's like 6'4".
There's no way I could get him to the car.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like at this point, there's no way. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Jeez, I have to
call
you.
They were getting rid of the bodies, right?
Called me 4 years ago.
They were taking the bodies and getting rid of them, and he was getting rid of the blood.
So that's what I was wondering, because I thought she said clean up, and I thought she said
Taking the
to
rose.
Pete, take him the rose.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
He did say
Where
go to
were
Rose,
they
yeah.
going?
I think they're going to the caves.
The cave system.
Oh, that's right.
The night country.
Night country, yeah.
Because they were going up there. Otis showed her where it was on the map.
Exactly.
And then Otis was killed because he was going to take them there.
Yes.
But he killed Otis, and the situation wasn't looking good because Otis was hitting up heroin in the bathroom, and then the cop shows up and kills. Like, it would have looked in Hank's favor.
Yeah.
If things had gone differently.
Yeah.
But they didn't. And he's dead.
He's dead, and the heroin addict's dead. They're both dead.
You fucked us. I'm out of here. Yeah, that guy. Yeah, I mean,
Otis Ice.
At least he got to get high one more time.
He did.
He died high. We did have the moments between Danvers and her daughter.
Oh yeah.
With what's her name, Leah.
Yeah.
And she said that she hadn't given up on Danvers yet.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a nice sentimental moment there.
There's like it's nice that they're still she still cares.
You know, I don't love what her daughter's doing, obviously.
Yeah.
But I don't think that she's just doing it to mess with her mom. I think she's really passionate about the subject, and I understand it's easy for kids to be manipulated. But when you're young and you're passionate, like you can get poured into those things easily.
I think she's trying to find her identity.
She's trying to find herself. You know what I mean? So it's like I don't think it's just get back
that's
at
what
mom.
you're saying that it's easy to be swept up in that shit.
Yep.
Well, that's an identity for you.
Yeah, exactly.
And, it could be a political movement or a
Whatever it
religion
may be.
or a cult or whatever, a counterculture.
Right.
But it gives you an identity.
Yeah.
Trying to
Military.
find
Place to
yourself
fit,
when you're young.
a place to fit in. I mean, she
Yeah,
doesn't
because
have her dad anymore.
Yeah, and her mom
Yeah.
is
She lives in a crap small town.
Yeah.
There's not a lot to do. I don't think it's to mess with mom. I think it's just what are you talking about, Mariana?
people. That's why people draw such hard lines around their lives and why they can't communicate with one another and really develop in terms of our country's problems right now.
Yeah.
Right.
But there's other reasons for that. But either way, they all compartmentalize their lives and say, "No, I'm this.
Yeah.
You're crossing this line, which means you're this."
Yeah.
And it's like, well, no. I mean, you grew up like this, but it doesn't mean you can't.
Yeah, and we're all just people, and it's the guys up here that want us to be divided.
Right, and the daughter's also seeing real life consequences. I mean, we see the water, we see the stillborn
This
babies.
isn't like, it absolutely is something that should be fought for. I believe.
Exactly.
Yeah. Now I don't know if that was the right way.
We had Kate McKittrick
Yeah.
pulling Hank strings.
Oh,
You said it like it was one word, Hank strings.
Hank strings.
Yeah.
Pulling Hank strings.
Yeah.
So she's pulling Hank strings, and
Oh.
manipulated him.
Someone had a theory that you commented on. What if Kate McKittrick, and I don't know if she could pull this off. What if she
She's
was
posing as the Russian.
she's posing as the
the male
Russian
male
bride.
bride,
to get the money back.
or to like just to break him financially and
Mentally.
yeah,
And to be able to pull him in.
Yeah, that's a good quote.
Yeah.
Not a good quote. Good theory.
yeah.
We'll roll with it and see what happens. I'm eager to see how this ends.
I can't wait.
Me too.
We've got all the seams, so I'd like to see him, stitch it together.
Yep.
Yeah,
Like,
I
draw
agree.
that stitch together and see what happens. I'm still a little dubious on where the story, how it's going to kind of come together, and
Yeah.
kinda answer a lot of the questions. I mean, we know now. I mean, because of the mine and the poisoning in the water and shit, like maybe it's attributing to everyone's visions of dead people.
Yeah,
And hallucinations. So if it just all comes up into like a corporate cover up, I'm going to be a little bit disappointed.
me too.
So it's just like, oh, the corporate guys, they did it again.
The big thing is like number one, it has to have like an emotional payoff and an emotional, like it's stitched up emotionally with the characters, and then because that was, I think True Detective season 1 and 3 did that so well. Guys, before we jump in, if you want to support us, just comment down below. Tell us what you think. Also, check out our Patreon. We have full-length uncut reactions to this and all the things that we do. We also have early access. Let's jump in.
14th day of night.
Yep. How you going down there?
Yeah, it takes some
Are
big
you a little
balls.
claustrophobic?
Yeah, I wouldn't fucking like that shit.
No,
I feel like I was going to get stuck.
Yeah, me either.
She's going in.
Heck
Oh my
no.
gosh.
There ain't no way.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
There's just the hole right there.
I thought it was
I
like,
thought it was a
I thought it
big
was
drop.
like deeper.
like a little wormhole.
Like a tunnel.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool looking though.
Oh gosh.
Oh, yeah, it is.
Do you see anything?
I wouldn't be yelling, honestly.
How do you know? You're there for 5 seconds.
It looks safe in case you fuck with the volume. Where you slid in there, but you
so
couldn't see the rest of it
perplexed.
where it went, and you just kept going and sliding.
Yeah. Because there's like a fissure in there.
Yeah. You just fall down in there. And
Yeah,
stuck
it happens, people, when they're done.
They're done.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
you're cooked.
Ugh. Look at this. What we about to see, folks.
You feel it too, don't you? It's slippery. Careful.
It's like how Russ was.
I'm ignoring you.
It sold real well as an ice cave to me.
I'm wondering how
Yeah.
reliable
Looks really good.
someone that, like Otis Heiss, when he went in as the cartographer and
Yeah.
mapped out those caves, how reliable were those maps and for how long?
I don't know. Yeah.
Because were those tunnels formed, I wonder, by them mining through there, or were they formed naturally?
Yeah, because they're formed naturally. Then you figured, I don't know.
Or do you think they would change
Yeah.
from the pressure on the ice? And
Yeah.
Hey. Borrow.
She hears voices.
Don't get lost. It's here.
Wait. Where are you going? This way. Borrow.
Yeah.
Where are you going?
That'd be the one that'd be hard for me to go through.
yeah.
And physically, too. Just couldn't fit.
Look how close. I can't.
I know. Well, Jodie Foster is like much smaller. She's like a sprint through there.
She's calling. No. We're gonna go back to the path now. We're not just gonna walk around and wait for you to...
Oh, fuck.
What?
Jeez Louise.
Oh my gosh.
Did you break anything?
Of course, they didn't bring any repelling
That's what I'm saying. There's no
stuff.
anchors, no
Yeah,
rope.
anchors, no rope, right.
Oh.
Fucking
Well.
belly flop.
The first thing I'll say is I just wouldn't get that close to the hole.
Oh my gosh.
I ain't gonna start to death.
I mean, this was you were just talking about, right?
Yeah.
They fall in, they're done. Yeah, you're screwed.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Clark's just living down there.
Oh my gosh.
What is he
At least they
doing?
brought a firearm.
Well, you said you think they'd be armed, but oh look,
Oh, fuck.
That's what's his name.
Wait.
That's the dude.
science shit.
Whoa.
Fuck is he?
That's what's his name? The word looking
Clark.
for?
Clark, yeah.
Dude, that would be
Look like
terrible.
Jesus from The Chosen.
Yeah, they just got this fucking thin blanket on.
Ah, so you came.
It's a prayer app.
Hey, yeah, but It is tacky as hell.
The commercial got me to download.
Oh, God.
There it is.
Oh Lord, there it
Whale.
is.
The heck? So what are they studying down here?
Star-shaped wound.
Oh, fuck. For real?
She looks pissed.
Don't do anything crazy.
Man, I can't imagine living down there.
Well, see, I think the science team could have already had this equipment down there,
Denver's.
and
Yeah.
Yeah.
he's kind of corrupted it over time.
I think I would have heard that shit move.
Yeah, they would have.
Well, for him to run back there that quick,
That looks
pull
like
that out, and
stone.
pull it back.
That looks more like stone, doesn't it? Not-
Damn.
My gosh. Yee.
Permafrost.
So I think that answers the question on the tunnels, though. I think they probably built them.
Yeah.
Our white jacket got dirty.
It's like whack-a-mole, man. He's up there with a sledgehammer.
It's like when
Oh,
they're opening up the Millennium
Oh.
Falcon.
It's in the lab.
there we go. It's all connected. Okay.
Wow. Wow.
Slow.
That's unfortunate.
Ugh.
Brains.
Ugh. You handled that a lot better than I would have. I've been sitting there crying over my dad's dead body.
Probably
Yeah.
in shock right now. He come later on, he probably had a crash and
It's like bare feet.
It's like a covered.
Looks like girl feet.
That's odd. Look up. This movie's still playing.
Dude.
Yeah.
She couldn't get it to turn off.
She did turn off, though.
She did?
She was able to turn off,
Yeah,
yeah.
she popped something out
So
there.
it got back on.
Start shooting it.
And of course, we found out later she used to listen to that song with
Yes.
Yeah.
Holden. Oh,
Another hole? Or is that?
No.
That's where they came in. Okay.
oh shoot.
you cocksucking piece of shit.
Let me out!
Oh Lord. Knew I was gonna come through.
Oh.
I mean, if you can yelp though, it's not bulletproof.
Oh. Oh no!
Oh!
You be fucked.
It'd be over.
What is this problem?
he's a crazy man.
It
Look at
is.
I'd look at the keypad and see if you can see any dirty buttons to see if you can get an idea what the number is. You know,
Yeah,
for
they're-
people hand. You know,
There's still a shit ton of combinations still, right? If there's 4 numbers.
depends. Yeah, you're right. Okay.
Okay, come on, Navarro.
Yeah, I think she'd be fucked. Like, if she got hit with that thing,
Well, she's a
not...
I mean, she's a boxer, so she can take anything.
Well, the
this-
show
this
she's
girl-
not.
this
She's
girl's not
not,
boxing.
she's not portraying the boxer.
I know.
Oh, okay.
All right. All right. Go, 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 go.
What a sneaky bastard.
Oh yeah. Run around this box cutter.
No! We need him to talk!
Yes.
Might cut his own throat. Get that box cutter.
He's obviously breathing.
Help me. Get your ass over here and help me.
I don't wanna.
A piece of brain or tooth? Oh my gosh.
Scared me.
Sorry. Is Liz here?
No.
She asked me to come over for New Year's. What are you doing here?
Liz went out.
Out where? In this?
Yeah, it was an emergency. Work stuff, you know. Thought I'd make myself useful.
There's a
Is everything
tooth
okay?
behind his head.
But
The
no,
whole Kayla thing has
Yeah.
kind of got me messed up.
There you go. Use that.
Oh.
Can I ask you a favor? Can I drive you back there? I don't want her and Donwin to be alone on New Year's Eve.
Sure.
Smart kid.
Oh.
And then you can just be emotional and you don't have to pretend.
Car's
And
out in the garage.
No, it's out front.
dude, don't keep the tooth. That's evidence.
You put up your butthole.
Wake up.
Waterboarding.
Wake up, motherfucker. Did you actually love Annie?
Yes.
Okay.
Turn it off, please. Turn it off. I got. What are you doing? What?
Put a replay.
Now he can get those. He can get those out.
Yeah, you can wiggle around enough.
That would be awful. Taking that tape off later.
Some coffee.
I love it.
Oh, yeah.
I still watch. Someone needs to watch them.
Well, fuck yeah.
There's just not. I
Duct
couldn't.
tape's pretty fucking strong, but
I couldn't tie. I don't think I could tie anyone up enough to where I wouldn't want to watch them.
Exactly. A little wiggle here, a little wiggle there. Eventually, you get out.
No shit.
I don't want Leo walking back in the blizzard.
Don't fucking lie to me.
I have to do something.
Don't say that.
Can't tell you what it is.
Don't say that.
For Danvers? Did Danvers make you do something bad? Because I swear to God, I will go and...
Woman, I'd give you the backhand if you're talking to me like that.
All right.
I'm just kidding.
And I'm fixing it now, but I need your help, Kayla.
Nope. Don't need anyone's help.
Look at me.
Oh Lord.
I need to do this one thing, and then I will be here with you.
When the dad doesn't show up,
Now I just.
what's she gonna think?
I need fucking.
Good.
Okay.
I'm glad, but
Yes.
you don't know what's gonna happen in 10 years.
they're having their moment. It's like that emotional impact moment where
Yeah.
he's being a man, he's ready to do something.
Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck yeah. Grabs
Go.
his dick, jacks him off in the car.
Go.
Asshole.
He feels pretty good about himself now. He's like,
Yeah.
I just shot my dad, but that right there. That right
He puts in
there.
a cigarette. He's like coughing.
He's so
Like
confused.
Idris Elba in Suicide Squad. I don't smoke.
Yeah.
Really?
I love Funyuns.
Funyuns are great.
Onions are just a wonderful thing.
They are.
Look at that. Moldy orange.
I didn't see it.
I'm pretty sure it's an orange.
Oh,
But I'm pretty sure there's one on the table.
guys, oranges.
Those oranges we got from your friend are pretty good.
My mother used to love oranges. Love them. She used to peel them in just one long strip.
It's always pretty, isn't it?
Oh,
Oh, they are moldy.
Disgusting.
Only Journey something.
If you got hit in the back of the head like that, you might just be dead in a couple hours. Your brain might be bleeding, and
You don't know it, like a small leak.
yeah,
so there's glass. Oh, from the
yeah.
door.
Were you there?
Not at first.
But eventually you were.
She started to piece together what we were doing.
And what were you doing?
We were digging for the DNA of a microorganism contained in the permafrost that could potentially...
Save the world. We know. Everybody knows. Except it doesn't work.
No, it did. See, that's what nobody understands. We cracked it. We could actually do it.
What the fuck does that have to do with Annie?
We could do it because the pollution from the mine helped soften the permafrost. Now we were pushing the mine to produce more pollutants. The more waste in the water, the more waste in the ground, the better the permafrost was for our work.
That's pretty evil.
I know, but it could have changed the world. It still could.
And that was worth killing Annie.
No.
I mean, a lot of other people died though.
And what happened to
Might
her?
get there, hoping.
She destroyed our work. All those years, all that potential to do so much good, she just obliterated it.
That is a waste, though.
No way he was screaming.
Is that Lynn?
Jeez.
And Lund,
Yeah.
he caught her and he...
But not you.
Jeez.
I would never hurt her.
Maybe he killed the rest of them somehow.
Oh.
Yeah.
Revenge.
Motherfucker, why are you covering your mouth?
Oh, I can't believe you did it. Jeez.
I'm so sorry.
Was he smothering her? No, he like. Okay.
No, stop. Stop.
Oh yeah, he is.
Yep.
Oh my gosh.
I kind of wanted to believe that he never heard
So
her.
you didn't touch her?
I loved her. If we could finish the work, then she wouldn't have died for nothing.
They cut out her tongue.
What? That wasn't us.
Oh.
That wasn't us. They sent a cop to move the body.
Hank.
He must have cut out the tongue to send a warning or something.
You're not gonna stop me? No. Shut the fuck up.
There's the door slamming.
No, I was just about to do it myself. You were about to kill Clark?
Wheeler.
Ivara.
That's the girl. That's her daughter. Maybe.
No, this is supposed to be 5 years ago.
Oh, 5 years ago. Okay. What happened to the baby?
What the heck?
That would be cool though. But
That would've
just
been
the
cool.
time doesn't mess. You know,
Doesn't line up.
it'd be like
They're not daughters.
there's all kinds of revenge stories where they do that.
Try to do it all in one.
I'm not that exact with my oranges. I just rip it off.
I rip it off too.
Yeah.
Just punch my thumb through it.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Boom.
Hope that you don't have a paper cut on your thumb.
Paper cut. An orange?
When you go to open it.
Oh, get the acid in it.
Oh yeah.
That is terrible.
Pray to God.
That's terrible.
I like to live life on the edge. That's when I go in there.
What was that?
Just another tongue?
No.
Oh, it's the residue from it.
Footprint.
Footprint.
Hey.
Whoa. Jeez.
Oh, wow.
I like that.
What happened to your buddies? Huh?
Yep.
It was Annie. She killed him.
Told you she was alive, you guys.
Should make the bet then.
I don't know how, but she was freaking alive.
I should have bet you on that.
Well, we don't know.
Her voice more and more. I knew she'd come back.
Ah.
Maybe she's not alive. It's a voice in the head.
She's awake.
Take it like a man.
What the? He's like,
Dang.
you didn't want to save any of them?
Yeah, I'm holding that fucking thing shut.
I was saying maybe they went out. They went out into the elements because they were trying to come in the back way, just like Danvers and Navarro. Navarro just came in.
But that fucking guy though, I mean, he didn't sound like he was going out to.
Whatever happened to him
You
didn't
just
sound.
take your clothes off too. Well,
Holding the hatch
Stayed there on the hatch.
for an hour. For a week. I didn't leave the cave. I was too afraid.
But you did come up. It was you the supply guy saw, wasn't it?
I was hungry.
you weren't that afraid. I was just hungry.
She wasn't even born when he was injured.
She's been hiding in those caves forever. And before she was born, after we all die, time is a flat circle, and we are all Stuck it.
Don't let him sleep. He'll talk.
That's what the incest sister said
Wow.
when Marty was in the last episode.
The heck? Is it her hair?
Navarro
Huh?
had a one she
Her
threw
mom's.
away.
Yes.
Her mom.
Yeah, I thought she threw it out the window.
And she found it in the car. Remember?
Okay, Petey.
I just want to see that one guy again, my favorite guy.
Oh,
If he comes to need and shovels him out or something.
no, you're talking about Kotok there.
Kotok.
Yeah.
Oliver Tagak.
Ah. Her breath.
Yeah.
Death is here.
It's like being in my parents' house.
Vara?
Damn it.
Oh God, please.
Yeah, because the power is what keeps the doors magnetized, I'm sure.
Hearing the voices.
Just don't do it.
What did you do?
Oh God, really?
He's dead!
Oh my gosh, he ran outside.
He's dead, damn it!
Navarro, you had one job.
I know, what the heck?
Maybe she gave him mercy. I don't know. He was begging her. The last scene that they were together.
You saw him, you knew he was gonna commit suicide, and you just let him do it. What'd you cut the power too?
I didn't cut the power.
That frozen motherfucker out there is the only witness we had.
There has to be an emergency generator. I'll go find it.
You're gonna explain yourself,
Yeah,
Navarro?
just explain what's going on.
What if she's a part of it? You know?
They do that in shows.
He just walks away, yeah.
Yeah.
My old man explained it, so he just walks away.
He's the only one I've ever seen do that, though. Not in the show.
Yeah.
There she is.
Yeah. The scream of the generator. This superstitious fuck just hears the generator. Oh, God.
It's 2 cars back there. I don't know if their batteries are probably dead, but
Wow.
Remember seeing the hubcap in the opening sequence this time?
Oh, no, but maybe I'm
It was at
just
the very end of the sequence.
Okay.
Yeah, just like that right there.
I would not leave her alone if I was Danvers.
No, after that shit happened.
I'm so confused.
So am I. Is he dead or is he?
That's what I was wondering. Is
It's a flashback. She's seen it from a different side.
or he's seeing her displaced from time.
Yeah.
Oh.
But it would be a.
Oh yeah, yeah,
I
yeah.
don't dislike it, but it'd be a. Have a jump. I don't think she'd go around and start killing everybody.
Oh yeah. I was like, who could that be? Pete.
Shut the door!
Shut the door!
What the hell are you doing here?
Navarro sent me. Take me to where Julia is. I got someone who's going to the same place for us.
Some ones.
No, it's a one.
One of those nights. Should never have touched this case. Hey, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Navarro?
There is something out there calling me.
Don't fucking start.
You need to know something.
Stop.
There is so much more than just this. Julia wasn't wrong.
Julia gave up. I know she's your sister, but Julia quit.
He doesn't really look like you, but there's something in his eyes.
What?
Holden.
At this point in the conversation, you might feel like she's antagonizing her.
And he said that.
Shut the fuck up! You don't say his name. You hear me? You shut your mouth. You don't know. He was trapped in that car. Was he scared? Was he hurt? Was he screaming, Mom? You will come here and tell me he said, or I will shoot your sick fucking mouth right off your face. You want to go out there and die? You want to follow your ghosts and curl up in a ball and die out on the ice out there? You go ahead, but you leave my kid out of it, or I will rip you apart.
Ooh.
I am not merciful. You understand? I got no mercy left. Just call me back, okay?
Gosh, if you stay by the fire, you crazy?
Yeah, but you just want to be by her. So.
Yeah.
Again, it's like being in my parents' house. Blankets stacked like to the ceiling. Any resource you can find to keep warm.
Navarro?
I told her to go.
Navarro!
It's a striking.
It's kind of like she's traveling back to when
Yep.
there wasn't all that frozen tundra everywhere and ice and permafrost.
It's just strikingly different.
Her eyes will be fucked up when she comes back. She just disappeared. I bet it's her Native American.
That's what I was thinking.
I'll spell it.
Yeah.
Right now, fast enough.
Singing.
You say like take a
Sickle.
picture.
Sickle.
Freaking voices. Jeez.
Oh.
Well, that's
That's
pretty fucking unfortunate.
that's bad.
She didn't get her ass boogieing.
She would make.
Probably freeze in that water and not be able to swim back up.
Yeah. Navarro's gonna pull her out.
Her ass would be fucking done if they didn't get back in that building around that fire.
Yes.
Hey, come on.
You
Stay
gotta,
with me, Liz. Come on.
you gotta take your clothes off. Really. I read if they're. I thought
they're
if
that
they're
wet.
soaking wet. I thought you're supposed to take them off, if you're, especially if you're by.
Liz. Hey. Hey.
Or to warm up to turn the heat on.
Oh. Well, then they have their own fucking vehicle. Do something.
Yeah.
Hey, you look good again. Hey, no. Come on, Liz.
They could go back down through the ice tunnel a little bit.
Liz, come on. Hey, hey. Don't make me kick your skinny ass. Come on. Keep breathing. Keep breathing. Hey. What did he say? Who? He sees you. He sees you, Liz.
Stop. Stop.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
You want to see how I cut your father to let the air out of his lungs so he doesn't float?
I'd turn my butt around.
You need to put him in the water yourself. Finish what you started. Close the door.
It's cool. Like a bobber.
Yeah.
Dang, that's rough.
I guess you're thinking the worst part is done. It's not. What comes after? Forever. That's the worst fucking part.
Kind of like Rust.
Yeah.
He's looking up with Marty.
But it was like more hopeful because the light's winning. Here it's.
No, I'm talking about when they were in the cavern.
Oh yeah.
Catacomb.
Yeah.
Happy New Year, Navarro. You told me back then that walk out, disappear, if you decide to. Just try to come back, okay?
You can't just leave Kavik behind.
Yeah. No.
Being down there in the dark, I've been feeling that way for so long. Fucking terrified of the one trying to open it. No, holding the hatch. What are you doing? There's a UV light over there. Go get it.
Oh, fingerprints.
What are you gonna do? Take them?
Oh.
What are you looking for, Davis?
So you're missing some fingers.
What the heck?
We weren't asking the right question.
Was that chick out there? Oh, she was the cleaning crew, right?
Just like fucking gave you that in the first episode. There's no way to piece that together though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they took their clothes off and folded them. There's still
Yeah.
that.
Maybe they got wet and they thought,
I mean, I'm emotionally satisfied with them, but I need that
Yeah, you need
mystery.
an answer.
I need that.
They're not
mystery.
even addressing it.
Yeah.
Fucking early.
Beatrice Malie, we need to ask you some questions about some physical evidence that pertains to the death of the 7 men. Solal Station. Chief of Venice Police. It's my partner.
I am Evangeline Sukinakiak Navarro.
My Akka's name was Sukanyakyak.
Sukanyakyak.
Joy.
Do you know what it means?
Means the return of the sun after the long darkness.
Just closes the door.
I know.
That's what I was thinking. They were just like, yeah.
Oh, funny.
All right.
For 6 years, we thought it was the mine, the town. To shut her up, shut everyone up.
oh, they're gonna see the water dripping through.
So I was wondering if they combed over the whole place, why didn't they find that tunnel? But okay, it's because of, yeah. Would your instinct would be to go down there?
No.
Why didn't you report it?
You, the cops.
People coming from everywhere.
What the?
That's what I'm saying.
How does this story go?
They make them take their clothes off and they roll right out there.
They had their own army.
Oh, my Lanta.
You killed the men?
Honey, they did it to themselves. When they dug in her home in the ice, when they killed her daughter in there, they woke her up. Get out of the truck! Now!
Take your fucking clothes off!
Their clothes were there for them. They'd be half frozen, but they'd survive.
Interesting.
At this point, I'd fight back.
Yeah,
because
you have no
you're gonna die
choice. You have
anyways.
no choice.
Guess she ate their fucking dreams from the inside out and spit their frozen bones. It's just a story.
I want to mess with that one.
Shit, the face only a mother would love.
So, what will it be? Stories of stories.
She's like, yeah. What she said.
We just swung by to inform you. Cause of death is a slab avalanche. This case is officially closed.
What's funny is like the ginger back there.
I know.
Kind
Out of
like-
everybody.
Because she's half, but
Yeah.
she doesn't. She probably wouldn't get a repercussion. Not repercussions. What's it called?
Reparations.
Probably get reparations or anything.
No, but you can become a United States senator or whatever and brag about.
Yeah, you're right.
Partially Native Americans.
Annie's tongue. Who left it at Salal?
That's not part of our story.
You didn't leave it there?
I didn't say I
What
left
you
anything.
talking about?
Tongues. Who the
Yeah, that's just messed up. We wouldn't do that shit.
Ballistics showed that the bullet had been fired from Hank's gun.
But you was the one who checked Mr. Heiss out of the Lighthouse Rehabilitation Center on the day of his death.
Mr. Heiss has some information about the whereabouts of Raymond Clark. My best guess is it was a deal gone bad. Mr. Heiss got shot, and Hank, Officer Pryor, when he went to dispose of the body, suffered some accident in the blizzard. Come summer, we'll find him. We always do. Unless we don't.
I'd be just nervous because he's preserved so well.
Yeah. Well, they put him in the water, right?
Yeah, but he's preserved so well in the cold water.
Who's out looking for us that night? Storm?
What about Trooper Navarro?
Well, some people come to Alaska to escape, you know?
Hey, wait.
Comic.
Some toothbrush.
Toothbrush back.
Get on a plane.
No.
Sometimes they find it.
Oh no, where'd she go?
With their phone.
You would think it'd be with her sister.
I worked at the Talal Research Station in Annis, Alaska for 15 years. This is the truth.
Have you seen the Clark video?
Everybody's seen the Clark video. This town was here long before the mine, long before Alaska was even named Alaska. I'm just gonna show up. Now, let's put it this way. I don't think you'll find Evangeline Navarro out there on the ice.
Darwin.
Nobody ever really leaves.
There you go.
What do we think?
I mean, there's a lot going on there. I'm not quite sure I'm satisfied with the ending, to be honest with you.
Same.
I'm satisfied with the emotional aspect of the character's ending.
Mm-hmm.
But with, you know, like what the mystery was, like, you know, I'm not
Very
as,
much, what was that?
feel like a Quentin
Murder
Tar-
on the Orient Express. So it was just like, oh, it's everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody had a hand. Everybody had a hand in killing the girl, and everybody had a hand in killing the men. And it's like, to me, it was a lot of that kind of.
well, it felt like a Quentin Tarantino movie almost. Like, in a, not, it's not something I wanted for this. Like, you had like that, I know the music is supposed to be this, it wasn't music, it was supposed to be the power generator or whatever, screaming. It was like, yow! And then it sounded like they're all like, you know, being held at gunpoint.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I loved everything with Evangeline and,
I'm cold.
yeah, I loved everything with Evangeline and Danvers. You know, their emotional payoff and the story that Evangeline gets and all that stuff. But in terms of like what killed the men precisely, you know,
Yeah, I didn't really care for it.
didn't care for it. I didn't hate it.
Yeah.
I mean, there's something about. I mean, there's like a high statistic of Native American or Native women in North America that get brutally raped and killed, and they're covered up or they're not even looked at.
Is that what the premise of Wind River was based on?
Yeah. So
because that reminded me of this.
Yeah, so like it's such a big deal. Like I was looking at the statistic on it like before the show started, because the writer director said that's one thing she wanted to acknowledge. So almost like a Quentin Tarantino movie, it's like you get to see them get their revenge kind of thing.
Yeah,
and I think that's great. I just don't. I think Zach and I were looking for.
I'm still stuck in the first season.
Yeah,
I'll be honest about that. Like I want what the first season gave me. You know, they set the bar for this entire.
Well, it's like
series.
the first blowjob. You ain't gonna.
Yeah, I mean, it set the bar for the entire series.
Yeah.
The first good one, anyway.
Yeah. Yeah.
Blowjob.
Yeah.
But no, it set the bar for the whole fucking series, and the bar has not been lived up to since. I mean,
No,
this is a good season. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
just it wasn't that. It still hasn't given you that. There's still not that payoff.
Yeah, I agree.
Because to me, a first season of a show is saying this is what we're about.
Yeah.
This is what we deliver. This is what we're about. And if you consistently just we're just gonna do this every other fucking time, it's like, well, then you weren't that. You're just.
Yeah, I think it's. Well, I know the second season was rushed like crazy because the HBO president was like, we gotta write on this. So Pizzolatto just kind of rushed it, and you could tell. The third season, they took their time. They waited till they had a good story. I think it was pretty good. I don't know if I like it more than... I don't know if I like this season more than that season. It's because I got so much recency bias. I mean, there were so many good emotional individual character things. Like all Pete stuff, it was great to me. There's so many great things. But yeah, that particular... I think it's because they made that such a big deal in the first episode. Like, okay, what happened? Yeah, I mean,
well, that and they made such a point of seeing all these dead people all the time.
Yeah,
and it's like, well, there is a, they don't make it a question as to what's going on. The audience is seeing this happen.
Yeah.
So if you're seeing it happen and it's in your face all the time, to me, it's just with Rust, you didn't see him. You didn't see his daughter.
No, there was a little girl that looked like her daughter when they were driving by, and he said, "You believe in ghosts?"
Yeah. But he didn't see her like they're seeing people in this.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
at the end of it, when he's discussing having seen his daughter.
Yeah.
When he saw what's to come or whatever he was seeing there, what he was experiencing.
Well, yeah, when he was out for surgery, he saw her. Yeah.
And so that can be compared to what's happening here and them seeing her son, Danvers' son. But at the same time, it's not in the audience's face. It's for your it's your interpretation.
Yeah.
You're viewing this, you're viewing the characters' experiences, and you're making judgments based off of that. It's not, there's a dead person. What are we going to do about that? How are we going to answer it? No, we're not going to fucking answer it. Sorry. We're going to try to answer. Yeah, I know, but it's my point is that I don't shows anymore like to explain everything to the audience like they're stupid. And to me, it's just lazy writing. And it's just, okay, well, here's everything in your face.
Yeah.
There are ghosts and there's an afterlife.
Yeah.
Suck it. And it's to me, it's bad writing. It's bad entertainment. I'll put it that way because I'm the one that's being entertained.
Yeah.
So
I don't know if I'd say it was bad. It just I think I'm not particularly satisfied.
Well, I think that's the weak link in this season. In this season, that's the weak link.
Like who killed the soft scientist?
The ultimate answer was kind of weak, but that the whole in your face paranormal stuff.
And it was the poison in the water the whole time.
Well, they're saying to a point, but then with Navarro, and with her seeing Clark.
But they're all
blipping.
Her seeing Clark what?
When he's blipping.
Yeah.
After he died.
Yep.
It is weird, but
well, to me that was like
she had the
Clark
experience. She walked
it.
out in the blizzard, and then her ears were bleeding.
Yeah.
And she was having that the other world experience when they kept showing it going back and forth.
Yeah.
It is weird, but I think that Clark explained pretty much, it was the chemical in the water, and then of course the native women explained what happened to the guys. But to me, it was I liked Pete's story, and I liked seeing Pete with his boy at the end of the episode, but the native women being responsible for the deaths kind of just left me desiring a little bit more.
Yeah, me too. I mean, if I was like a native woman who experienced something like that, I'd think, oh my God, they're finally giving me what I've been wanting forever. But I don't. What do you think?
I don't know. It was a lot. It was a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, I just.
Were you satisfied?
No.
Okay.
I wasn't. we all killed them together.
Yeah.
I'm just like, no, I think that what I wanted was whatever this voice was or whatever, like making them all go mad, go out in the, you know what I'm saying, going out in the ice and dying that way.
Right.
Like, to me, that would have gone along with the entire storyline because it was a lot of paranormal activity. And then it's like, no, just a bunch of Native American women.
Well, I never thought it could be a paranormal answer. I
Okay.
thought it would just be, I don't know, I'm not creative enough to know, but something that something that I'd be, someone more creative than me would give me something that I would like more.
Right, but
basically.
I understand why the Native women did it. I mean, the one went down into the tunnel and
Yes.
saw the star, and she equated that with Annie and how she died. And then they basically went back and militarized themselves and went and took revenge. I get all that.
I think I needed the anger of the Native women and the oppression of them to be more pronounced in like the episode 1 and 2. That way, when it loop back around, it's like, oh fuck, okay.
Well, you've seen all the stillbirths.
exactly.
The stillbirths might be the.
Yeah, you're right. I don't want to undermine the stillbirths. It's just
Big deal.
I didn't feel that they were seething, angry.
I'm going to say that, a lot of the show, compared to, we'll say, Wind River. I mean, it may not be fair to compare them, but Wind River did a much better job of showing, the abuse and like how they took advantage of the girl. Like she's left out there.
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
Killed her, left her in the fucking woods.
No
Spoiler.
shoes.
And also the like her dad, like how the culture's been lost. It's like, like his death mask. So you don't even know what the fuck I'm doing at the end of it.
Yeah, I Navarro not knowing her name, I thought she sold it well to me, like the loss of obviously the loss of connection to your roots.
Yeah.
Obviously when Weber wasn't trying to do a mystery, it wasn't really that kind of.
Well, it took a little while to develop who had done it though.
Oh yeah, I think it's, but like I guess they weren't suggesting any kind of. When I was watching that, I didn't feel the weight of. Certainly not a supernatural weight, but the weight of whodunit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it was almost more about Jeremy Renner's character and what happened to his daughter, kind of.
Well, they also tied the shit into
And Lizzie being
with,
like a
with Travis Cole pointing out where the dead men were and shit like that, like leading Rose
Yeah.
out to where the dead men were found.
Mhm.
Like, you say that they were just seeing things. Well,
Mhm.
I'm sorry, but that was insinuating more than her just seeing the man do a goofy dance out in the snow.
Right.
He led her out there
Yeah.
to where the bodies were. So they insinuate a lot, they show a lot, and to me, that kind of really, really stamps out the mystery and the paranormal aspect of it because you're showing everything.
Do you consider this an act of vigilante justice from the Native women?
Well, it's not anything else but that. I don't
Yeah,
think.
I mean, and I'm okay with it.
I'm fine with them getting their justice,
Yeah, me
and
too.
I think, it came so out of nowhere, and it could have either been one way or the other, and I went the other way in terms of the emotional payoff.
Yeah. And we understand their unwillingness to talk to the police just because of the oppression that they
I
they've
literally
experienced.
to me it all adds up
Right.
in that respect.
Yeah, me too.
The thing that I guess that the vending machine guy is like, yeah, we all see dead people. Like that didn't bother me. I think it just gives a theme, like because there's also mass. And Jordan Peterson just talked about this recently. There's like this mass psychosis where like small towns experience these things. But like there's all kinds of funny enough, in Alaska, there's documented cases of mass hysteria where they all believe something crazy, or they all saw something, or they all saw whatever. Or maybe it's because they actually saw it. I don't know.
Yeah.
But I don't think anyone wants the answer to be mass hysteria.
Right.
An incredible show.
Well, the point is they didn't really bring that around and bring it full circle though, because the mind didn't answer for anything it did.
You mean like
the mind?
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't bring that back around with the pollutants and this. That the Clark did that. Well, the Salal researchers were pushing for them to
higher
release
levels.
more pollutants, and for their research purposes. But it's like, okay, well, that's causing all these hallucinations, but we're never going to and Clark said, oh, it's causing all these problems, but they never really. It wasn't the point. It wasn't. They made a very big point to see all these dead people all the fucking time.
Yeah.
And then at the end of it, they didn't make a very big deal out of explaining any of those
it was just
experiences.
yeah.
You know what I mean? So
I guess I just took it as small town mass hysteria in the stuff in the water.
Well, yeah, it was definitely the
to me, it
chemicals.
was
Because like Evangeline Navarro saw someone, and then Clark was kind of going on about it, and he's the only one who really did in terms of and then we have Rose Agnew who saw someone.
Well,
she believes she's a medium.
What throws me off though is I believe firmly it was the chemicals now, but then like at the end, the hallucinations cause her to know her name. You know what I mean? And like it's kind of an intelligent hallucination where my name is, and I can't pronounce it. I'm not even gonna try to, but
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like
No, yeah. I mean, I don't have a problem with how she got her name. Kind of like, that to me can be in a hallucination and she just wanted to know her name so bad, so she made up a reason for.
But then it perfectly lines up with the other native woman.
Yeah, but she's in that region, she would have heard a name like that. You know what I mean?
Possibly, yeah. It's just a little strange to me.
But my point is that they didn't take him. They're selling it on the idea that she saw her mother and her mother told her her name.
Yeah.
And they're not addressing the fact. Like the point of the show is to give you all this hoodoo nonsense about these fucking things that they're seeing.
Yeah.
And at the end of it, it's like, just we got them, and the girls won, and this other shit. And to me, it's like that's okay, but like you made a big deal out of this other shit, and then at the end of it,
Yeah,
you did not come to that point.
Mm-hmm.
You're like, there's chemicals in the water. We're all fucking crazy.
Yeah,
exactly.
But the whole point, they were carrying a lot of the messages in this season was revolving around that.
Yeah, it's true.
So they're always a bunch of crazy people. And then
To me, I don't know. Like I think that's the meta conversation around the show. People talked about that. Like to me, the biggest thing that I cared about they wrapped up was the mystery of the Salal scientist murder being satisfying.
Well, I agree,
But and that to me was ultimately dissatisfying.
That's what I said. They had these threads.
But
they had threads, and they did not bring it together because the first season there was a lot of that. I would say paranormal, but it had that kind of otherworldly horror aspect to it.
Yeah.
About the way that things were described, who the killer ended up being, the cult behind the killer.
Yeah.
All that shit came together, and it was pretty seamless at the end of it because it sold you through that entire thing about what all that was and what carried the show and what the atmosphere was.
Yeah.
And then it brings you back and gives you an answer in that. And then because Rustin Cole and the way he carried himself and the way he discussed things, the way he viewed things,
Yeah.
and the way that the Yellow King was, and where the fight ended up happening at the end. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So-
I think the missed opportunity kind of here would be to have, I guess, a more of a connection to the first season with the Spiral kind of.
Yeah, I mean, what you mentioned, you were making a prediction during the episode. You said that time is a flat circle. Maybe they're experiencing time, but it's displaced.
Yeah,
That's
but
why they're seeing these people.
But they didn't answer that, and they didn't follow up with
That's
it.
what I said. That's what I'm saying. That would have been more interesting
Right.
than fucking
Well,
chemicals in the water, man.
honestly, if she was displaced in time, I thought that would have been really weird in not a good way. Like if she actually
Well,
was.
that's my thing is that if the show did it in a way that made you wonder.
I thought it was a schizophrenic episode, because when they do like the way schizophrenia is described, sometimes people see something, they don't know if it's real, they look like static.
Yeah.
And they look like they flicker, like it's been described as lights going on and off, and they think lights are going on and off, but what it is just one person is flicking on and off. So that's how I took it. But I guess what was weird is like she was seeing the scene from the first. Wasn't the scene from the first episode where he says she's awake? So
Yeah.
that's why I thought that.
Yeah.
She saw it from the front view
Yeah.
instead of the back view.
And then he was like, she's awake.
Well, I think we see it from the front view in the first episode because he turns and says she's awake.
Does he? Oh.
We see his face.
I
And
thought we saw just the back of him, but I could be wrong.
There's
No,
a guy that was making a sandwich.
Yeah.
And he was behind him.
And Clark was behind him. And
Yeah.
Clark was standing there, and I'm pretty sure he was standing his back to him.
Facing the
Like,
other way,
doing
yeah.
something fucking, he's just like standing there really weird. And
So
then all of a sudden he
shaking.
turned around.
oh, yeah, and then he turned to us and said she's awake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the lights went out.
Yeah.
And
And you also remember, like, we have that cell phone footage where he's doing that, and she could be projecting that cell phone footage. Like, she internalized that, and then she
Maybe,
manifested.
but that's not my point. My point is not to take this and defend it and
Yeah.
give it all the answers I wanted to have when someone's criticizing it.
Yeah.
My thing is that this show was carrying itself on like, oh, there's dead people. Oh, there's a kid. I saw your kid. I did this. There's a guy out here dancing in the snow, and he told you where the dead people are.
Yeah.
There's like my kid grabbed me in the middle of the night when I was sleeping. Like, my sister and the oranges and all this other shit. And they really carried that. It was really the message that was going on.
They used paranormal language like the Night Country.
And they went through
Yeah.
that the whole time.
Yeah.
And at the very end of it, they're like,
Very explainable.
it's the women came in and took care of the evil men, and the evil men all jumped on the girl and killed her, and so it was a group effort both ways, and then Navarro got some peace, and everyone's happy. And then say
Right off into the
it
sunset.
did not give you the ending that matched the pace, like what the atmosphere of the show
Right.
was. So
I agree with you.
Because like if you look at season 3, like that show had its shit together. Season 2 did not.
Yeah,
Season
3
2
didn't.
2 was a mess.
Didn't write those kind of checks.
No, it did
is
not.
What you're saying?
No, it was a show that was just about the mystery of the missing child and like trying to tie that up. Plus, you have the I'm pretty sure it wasn't like interagency shit. Well, not interagency, but like the shit like wasn't. He was having issues.
You know, cover-ups.
There was something going on in the police department, like why they were forcing him away from the case, or something was going on.
Yeah, I can't remember why. I mean, there was some
I don't
racism
either.
like in the 80s.
That might have been it,
But later on, I can't remember why. I only watched that one once.
They addressed that a little bit because him and Steven Dorff went to that town, that little neighborhood.
Yeah, because he kept trying to get him promoted, and they kept blocking it. I can't remember why though.
Versus this, and what it was kind of geared more towards the first season, where it's very atmospheric. It's very, I wouldn't say paranormal, but for lack of a better word, because the first season leaned on some Lovecraftian kind of evil horror, sex cult stuff. Yeah. And ultimate evils and that kind of shit. And
They kind of. I thought there would be a sex cult here.
Yeah,
That was
me
kind
too.
of. But I kind of understand why they didn't do that. But I kind of thought because they were kind of evoking the name of the first season
Well,
in
that and
spirit.
the imagery, them talking about their research with the microorganism. It could have saved so many lives, but you didn't talk about it, do anything else with that.
And this started off with paranormal because all the damn what was it, buffalo or whatever that ran off the caribou that ran off the ledge.
Yeah. Well, that's also the theme of mass hysteria.
It is. It discussed that
Because
later.
birds will have this thing where they'll just they'll just start running into buildings, and it'll be like there's videos of it. There's like 50 of them just running into things, and people think it's fucking the world's ending. Or,
Yeah. Well, we can imagine
or
the
there's
caribou
like
were
a
poisoned too.
Or there's like a fourth dimension is opening right here. That's what people think. You know what I mean?
And whatever the case, the show, like I think you put it perfectly, that it wrote checks that it couldn't cash.
Yeah, or
they bounced.
Well, yeah, I think so. Yeah, I mean, I don't want to like. To me, it's a
It's
very
still a well done show.
It was
Like,
a good
I,
show.
I liked the show. I enjoyed the ride. I just feel like when a show like this has to have answers at the end, that it didn't deliver very well.
But that's also like our, because I think I agree with Zach. I mean, I think we were writing hard on some of those mysteries. I know some people who reviewed it, that was their least interesting aspect of it to them, or they might not have. I think the fan community also, because I watched a couple breakdowns for the first couple episodes, like that's what they were excited about. I don't know how everyone feels about this as a whole. I mean,
because I'm not as passionate about the first season as you are, as far as delving into it in my off time and researching. If you're going to watch this kind of show, if you already know about this, like if you're just walking in and watching this season and not having watched the other 3 and
Yeah.
not really that passionate about it, then you may not really care.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, did you see that? Did you see what they did? Did you see who did? I mean, you probably will find it a lot more gratifying than.
Well, that's
I
where
saw
I
the
am.
first season, and it set the bar, and it's like, okay,
Right.
when's it going to live back up to itself?
Well, that's where I am because I haven't seen the rest of it.
Yeah.
So for me, the first 5.5 episodes of this season was really good. The last probably 15 minutes of this kind of the damper on things for me.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Wet blanket.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of anything else.
I don't know. I got super emotional with the episode or the part between Danvers and Navarro when she was like, "Don't you dare say it."
Oh
Yeah, that was all great.
Like,
No, like
insane.
the individual characters.
The emotional aspect.
I mean, they're debatably
Yeah.
done
Yeah.
just as well. I mean, certainly better than season 2. But I got to watch season 3 again.
My favorite quote from this episode, though, was a Rose.
Mercy thing. Oh no,
Rose.
Okay.
Oh.
Room.
Finish what you started.
Yeah.
Close the door. It was funny because I was telling Zach after the last episode, even the second season, the first 3 seasons had these like not either monologues that were very quotable or like this badass saying or phrase. It's like, man, I need to write that down and use it at the right time in my life. It might be a week from now, it might be a year from now.
Yeah.
And this show didn't give me any of that, but it gave me 2 or 3 in the last episode.
Yeah.
So they did that. Production design was incredible. And like I said, like when they're sitting there writing the emotional moments, and you have the cinematography of the child and like her seeing her son, like what I mean, breaking the ice. Yeah, it was all well acted, and that was all thought out well, I thought.
Yeah, the emotional.
And sometimes
aspect.
I think it's Quentin Tarantino called it. I don't think he made it. It's called the refrigerator effect. There are movies you see them, and when you witness them, you have this. You're so in the moment of it. It is like, this is the greatest thing ever. Then you go home and you open the refrigerator door and you're thinking about it like, wait a minute, that didn't make sense. This
Right.
didn't make sense. And he said, well, how do you gauge the movie? Do you there are movies when you walk out and they ask for your rating and it's like a 9 out of 10, and then you ask the same person 7 days later and it's like a 6 out of 10.
Right.
So but because we are, we talk about this thing every week and then we break it down. I think we're being pretty fair. It's a great show, and we weren't. At least I wasn't satisfied with the death of the Salal scientist.
I think it was overall it was well done. I mean, I think it was a good show. I'd try to give it, if it's just 5 stars, I'd probably give it, in terms of like the scope of all 4 seasons.
Yeah,
this is probably a 4-star.
Yeah,
and then the first
fair.
season's 5.
Yeah,
5 plus. That one gets a plus star.
Yeah,
and then second season's like a 2.
Yeah,
third season's probably. I mean, if I'm going to rate them all, that's probably like number 3. It's like a 3-star, 4-star, like 3.5.
Yeah. But like, are you talking about third season?
Yeah.
To me, it'd be like
maybe a 4-star.
To me, it'd be like 4, but in some ways, it's better than this. In some ways, it's worse.
Well, it lands on its feet.
It lands.
This one I feel like didn't land on its feet quite.
It didn't land on its feet to me.
Stick the landing.
Which and yeah, sticking the landing is important. I appreciated time as a flat circle, and they're directly quoting the incestual sister that Errol Childress. I think Errol Childress is the actual killer.
Yeah.
The Yellow King. He was, having sex with his sister, and it was just a freaky, disgusting thing.
Yeah.
But and she was asking him questions and about who's the Yellow King, and he said, she was like, in the most deadpan stare, she's like, he's all around us. He was here before you were born, and after you'll die. But she was like this. The actress did such a well at playing this incestual, disgusting woman.
Yeah.
It was freaky. Now, this guy's much more handsome than her. But I'm just wondering, and I loved it, the moment, but the refrigerator thought on it is like, well, that cult, they get that quote, the Yellow King quote, the Spiral cult, they kind of have that quote floating around in there. And did it originate here? Like, was he just... Was he just reading Nietzsche too?
Yeah, because they're giving you elements of what was, like you said, it was part of that, those circles.
Yeah.
But they don't tie them together. They don't try.
That's why I thought if they would have gave me a little bit more sex cult stuff.
Yeah.
Like that was taking place.
Because even the second season tries to hint at that a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to say anything else. I don't want to shit on it. I mean, it was very good. Just didn't like that aspect.
I don't want to bust its balls.
Unfortunately, that was intertwined in the fabric of the marketing and to us what was interesting.
Yeah.
But, I had such a fun time watching it with you guys. And honestly, like I said, if I look at all the shows that came out this year, like 2-3 years from now, probably goes one of the best shows I watched that year. I just didn't like the ending.
Exactly.
That's okay. Game of Thrones is one of the best shows ever made, and they didn't stick the landing either.
Yeah, but that was not just not sticking the landing. That was like, I don't know.
Well, that's because it was the best show ever made.
It's like going out there like stark ass naked to perform.
All right, you got anything else, honey?
No, I'm gonna miss it though.
Well,
I feel like
we'll do something else, guys. If you like this conversation and this group, just let us know. Let us know in the discussion what you think. Did we get anything wrong? What'd you like? What'd you not like? Let's keep it civil. Much love. We're out of here.